Welcome to Generations TV. We got a great show for you today. We're talking about generational church. Of course, with our pastors, Pastor Mel and Heather Mullen, and Ryan Cook, our interns director, as well as we got great testimonies, great music. Welcome to Generations TV.
Hi, my name is Mel Mullen. This is my wife, Heather. Today we're talking about generational church. You know, when Jesus said, Matthew chapter 16 and verse 18, I will build my church and the gates of hell will not prevail against it. He was talking about a church that would begin at the cross, be birthed at Pentecost, would grow and explode through the first century and become a church for the generations to come. And here we are, 2,000 years later, and we are now in what we call generational church.
Right, we're talking about a lasting church, one that doesn't just go for one generation and then lose the young people. We're talking about churches that go for from generation to generation and get stronger and stronger.
You know, a generational church really is a church that thinks young. It means that you and I have to think young. We've got to think like the generation that is coming forth now. But also changes for the next generation, which means the greatest changes that take place in members of a local church is really the older generation have to adapt to the younger generation. But it also is a church that focuses on the next generation, trains the next generation, and prepares the next generation itself for the coming generations.
You know, we have a great thing happening in our church. It's called Compassionate Youth. And it is just so amazing to see hundreds of young people coming to Christ and also serving God and serving their community. And they're doing some amazing things. And like they're going on mission trips and they're also serving the community right here. And it is great to see what God is doing with these kids that are mostly under 25.
You know, really, I remember when this actually happened. Our church changed in a moment. Now, the process wasn't a moment, but I remember the day I walked into our team meeting, staff meeting, and there was a group of 12 to 15 that were there, and on a Tuesday morning. And I walked in to them and I said, today our church is going to change. It will never be the same again. And then I said this. I said, I'm no longer going to ask you to build church for me and my generation. I will build church for you and your generation. And then I asked them the most important question. What do you want me to do to change?
I remember that, and I remember that it took many months and maybe even a couple years, and they kept inputting that question, what did they want you to change? And it has been a really great journey.
It's been a wonderful journey because really next generational church is about developing the coming generation for the future. And the things that I've noticed about next generational church or generational church is really now we are starting to impact and reach the culture.
Yes.
And then secondly, we are beginning to bring change to the city. And our young people now really have a desire to affect change not only in our own city, but all over the world. They have a real unique desire to affect areas where the church has never touched.
That's right. And one of the things about a generational church, too, is that age doesn't really matter, because the youth relate to the middle-aged people and the older people, and the children relate to all the age groups. And it is amazing to see a generational church really at work.
And it's really a one-generational church.
Right, right. And so today, I just want to challenge you to think about the future and to think about the next generation and begin to pray that God will impact not only your generation, but the generations to come.